This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. So, till now, whatever the functions we have covered, functions that is formulas, calculations, all the data. If in case you have a doubt, you can let me know. I can solve it. Then I'll proceed with the next step. Anywhere, any problem you have a doubt, you can ask me. See, I don't want anyone to be like this. Okay, don't be quiet. Please respond me. No doubts. Leah says no. Okay. Others, other than Leah, everyone are having a doubt then. Okay. Pooja also has no doubts. Varsha, Pragati, fine. Good. At least some messages. Okay. So we have done certain problems saying that with if conditions. Uh, okay. We have done some functions with if functions, sum if functions, average if function, ifs functions like this. Now, whatever we have done, when I say about sum if, average if, when we do, what happens here? We will be finding the value, right? We will be finding the value whether we have the calculation like this. Means only Samsung how much, total number of sales, how much has happened for the sale Samsung, and total number of average sales for this, what has happened. This way will be discussed, right? Now what now is okay. If I have these options, if I have this option saying that the number of count for Samsung, how much sales in Samsung, what is the average cost of Samsung, and with the three or four other conditions when I have like Samsung Galaxy S8, this count we have. Same thing I have to do, but I will be using some other functions instead of this sum if count if. I'll use another function, right? I'll use another function here. But before I have a condition. Okay, I need total number of Samsung, but the price must be less than uh, 1000. So I have total price here, right? I have a total price. I have a Samsung. So Samsung, what I have here is, see here, Samsung here it is 1400, here 844, here 1300, here 940. So I have to ignore those sales which has happened more than 1000. So we are going to apply another function here saying that data sum. I use the same data, then I'll explain you with this. I have a total sales here. Now what I want a brand that is a Samsung. I'll put it here. And the sales price, I need the sales price. I'll put it here. This is my condition. Instead of applying the functions directly while doing the formulas, I'm taking the condition what I need and putting into one box. That is criteria table I'm creating. So sales price what I want the total equals to or less than or equals to 1000 I want. Okay, first I need to see how much count I have. So for this we will use a function d count. Then that how many are there less than 1000, I want to make an addition of this. So d sum. Among this, what is the lowest price that I want to know? So d minimum. What is the highest price? So the max. This is what we are going to do now. Okay, I'm going to apply a function here with the same data. So okay, so I need to find how many products are there that is less than 1000. So what is the sales has happened, that what is the lowest sales price, what is the highest sales price, I want to know. So this is my condition. This is my condition. Okay, we have a data saying that what are the brands we have, and in the brands what are the models, which are the locations, right, which are the locations we have, and what is the sales price. This data I have. Okay, now I want to make a count, so equals to d count. D count, open a bracket, and it says database. What is your database? This complete details is your database. If you want to define a name, you can define a name. If not, just select the range and press F4 in order to fix the table. Then give a comma. Then it says field. What is my field? I need here something output. What output I need? The total number of sales price that is less than or equals to 1000. So it is sales price is my field. If you want to press F4, yes, you can do. Then my condition criteria. So this is my condition. Okay, so let me press F4 here also. Close the bracket, then press enter. So total 4 sales you have, which is less than 1000. So this is 1, this is 2, Samsung. So here 3, and here it is 4. Right, so this is what we have. Now this 4 count what I have less than or equals to 1000. Those things I need to make a total. So I'll use the same function here. See, condition your, when you open a bracket, whatever the syntax you have, it will be the same thing. Only thing is we are using a functions here. D sum database. Database is nothing but my data table. So D means it is database. Database count, database sales, database minimum value, database maximum value. Now I have selected my table. Then I have a field. What is my field is sales price. I need to make a total of this. I'll press F4, then a comma, then my condition, that is criteria. This is my condition, F4, close the bracket, then press enter. So this is my total value equals to D minimum. D minimum. So again database. Now this time before I start, I'll just give a name for our table. This I'll select. I'll define a name as D, that is database underscore. Okay. I'll give here as D underscore function FNC. This is the table name. So this I'll select and I'll give a name as D underscore condition. I'll define a name. Done. Now, if you want to define only for the sales price also, you can define, but I'm not defining here. Just directly we will start. The minimum, open a bracket. What is my database name I have given? D underscore function. D function I'm using, so this is my data, comma. What is my field? That is my sales price, which I needed, F4. Then I give a comma, my condition. I give it as D condition, then close the bracket, enter. So the minimum value among this 4 is 826. Among this 4, which is the highest one I need to find? Equals to B max. database, that is the function. Then my field is a sales price because I need an output from the sales price column. So I select this, press F4, give a comma, then condition criteria. So it is D condition. I'll close the bracket, then press enter. So the highest one is 940. Is it clear to everyone? Anybody has a doubt?
No, ma'am.
Wow. Suddenly today some voice. Who was that? Who said no doubts? At least I heard some voice. Okay. I'll give you 5 minutes. You all can practice this. I'm opening the function. You can try this. I'll give you 5 minutes. If any doubts, you can tell me. Everyone practice this. I'll give you 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we'll continue. If anybody has a doubt, put it in a chat box so that I can check and tell you. Did you all solve this? Any doubts? Anybody has a doubts? If yes, if you have a doubt, then give it as 1. If no doubts, put it as 0. Reply me fast. Okay, good. Suchita, Darshita. Okay, fine. Now, see, I have a 3 conditions here. We will do all these 3 conditions. Okay, based on 3 conditions, we have to do the project which is having less than, then, okay, I'll share you this later on. Now, what I will do here is I will go to formulas, remove the formulas. Okay, now we have done what? Less than. So I want you to do the same data using the values which is greater than 900. Greater than or equals to 900, and give me an answer for this. Okay, I'll give you only 2 minutes. Finish this and give me an answer. Done, everyone? Anybody has a doubt? Everyone done? See, you have to answer me yes, no, say something. Done, say yes. If not, no. If you're not responding, then how I have to continue whether you have a doubt or not? Let me know anybody has a doubt, any problem. If you have, please tell me. If everyone has done, say give it as you have done. Not yet done, so let me know that at least, so that we can go with the next step. Done. Done. Very good. Okay. So I think text function it is already done for you. How to use this uppercase, lowercase, anything. So I just give you some functions. You tell me which function we have to use. I have a word N in one cell, I in one cell, C in another cell, and T in another cell. So all are in different cells, right? All are in different cells. Now all these things I have to put it into one single cell. So I don't have to copy it, I don't have to type it. I have to use a function here. Which function I have to use to bring all these letters into one single cell? Can anyone say me? Text function is already done for you, all right? Say if you know yes, if you don't know, at least put say that like you do not have an idea, something like that, so that I can explain you. At least this you can respond. Very bad, yeah. No one is responding properly. Okay, so let me do uppercase is done, lowercase has been done, proper is done, trim is done, left, right, mid, all these things is done, right? So I'll tell you one by one the function. If this is done, you tell me. If which is not done, you tell me that. So uppercase, lowercase, proper, trim, then left, mid, right, character, code, then concatenate. Among this function, which was not done for you? Among all these
Ma'am, trim
functions,
is not done.
okay, then
Only trim.
only trim is not done. Concatenate,
That is done, ma'am.
concatenate is done. Okay, that is what I was asking you. So this function, if I have to bring all the cells which is in different cell into one single cell, I'll use a function here as concatenate. Concatenate. So open a bracket, select the text one by one. N, comma, I, comma, C, comma, T. So this is my last text. Close the bracket, enter. So you will get all these things together. Same thing. Let me type another text. So I have a sentence here. Have a nice day. So these are the four differences which I have to put it together. So same thing I'm doing here equals to concatenate, concatenate. So text one is have, comma, a, comma, nice, comma, day, close the bracket, enter. But see, there is no space in this. If I need a space also, then what should I do? Space, I said you that even a space is considered as one of the character while doing the function of count, count A, count blank, all these things. Now, I have selected the first text, comma. After this, I need a space. So, wherein I open a double quote, give a space, close a double quote, give a comma. Then the third character is A, comma. After A, I need a space. Open a double quote, space, close a double quote, then give a comma. Next one is this. Nice is my text. Select this. Give a comma, open a double quote, space, close a double quote, give a comma. Then you have a day, select this. After this, I do not have anything. I just need to close it. I'll close the bracket, then press enter. You will get with this space. Now, you said that trim was not been explained. Okay, uppercase is used for converting all the text into capital, lowercase into the small letters. Proper, every word's first letter will be in a capital. Trim, okay, I'll come for this. Left, from the left side, how many characters you need. From the middle, how many characters you need. From the right side, how much characters you need. From a text or from a word, whatever you are specifying. Character and code. This is based on a keyboard function, that is ASCII format. Okay, that is your American standard, how the keyboard is been prepared. So which as a unique code for all the letters, all the numbers, all the symbols. For based on that, whenever you select any kind of space, any kind of spelling, for that you will have a code number. Say example, I'll give you a dollar, I'll give here 41, and okay, this is number. I'll change here to some letter. So capital A, then small a. Okay, uppercase, lowercase. Now see here, equals to, I'll give here as code, open a bracket, I'll select this dollar sign, close the bracket, enter. So like this, each and every character has its unique code as per this American Standard Councils, where the keyboard will be designed according to that. So in case if you want to find what is a character and code, you will be using this. Suppose I give here as 96. I don't know what is this character is. So I give here as character, open a bracket, select the number, close the bracket, enter. So it is this one. So it is called as what? Bink line something they'll say. Okay, let me give here as 75. Now it is K. I'll give here as 81. Now it is Q. I'll give here as 100. So it is small d. So every character you have like code like this. Now I'll just type a text here. I'll type a text here in this. I'm just giving the extra space. I type here as good again morning. Morning. So next one, I also type here some other text. Mm, so we will give here some words here. All the very best. Okay, this is a text. Now in this text, I'll just add a space in between. So how much ever you want to add, you can add it. I'll copy here, put it over here. Without space, I'll give. All the space I will remove. Now, whatever the text I have in this, I've given some extra space. In order to remove the extra space, we use the function trim, right? Equals to trim, open a bracket. So where is my text? This is my text. Good morning. Close the bracket, enter. You can see the difference now, right? If you want me to type below this, yes, I can do that also. I'll press Control plus under each and every options. so that you can find the difference. Okay, this is my good morning. So I need to reduce the space here, equals to trim, open the bracket. So my text is good morning, close the bracket, enter. You can find the difference in this too, how it is changing. Right, now I have all the best, all the very best. So here again I want to remove the space, so equals to trim, I open a bracket, select the text, close the bracket, enter. But see, it is not converting into a proper format wherein I have given bigger letter, smallest letter, which I need in a proper way, right? Which I did it in a proper way, might be in uppercase or lowercase, something like that. But this is not happening. So what I will do, I'll edit this function, equals to trim the function, open a bracket, and convert the text into uppercase, open a bracket. So trim, open a bracket, upper, open a bracket, select your text, close the bracket for upper function, close the bracket for trim function, press enter. Now you can see everything has been converted into your uppercase. The same thing I want to convert into lowercase, equals to trim, open a bracket. So I need to convert this into a lowercase, open a bracket, select your text, close the bracket for lowercase, close the bracket for trim function, then press enter. So everything is in a small letters. Now next one, we'll check for the next one. Okay, I'll go for this, equals to trim, open a bracket. I take here as proper, open a bracket. This is my text, close the bracket, close the bracket for proper function, close the bracket for trim function. Now you get all the first letters are in capital, the remaining all in a small letters. So whichever the function you will be using, based on that you can define. So here I have used only trim function, and after this here I have used a trim function with the uppercase, then I have used a trim function with the lowercase, then I have used here okay, I've used a trim function with the proper function. So these are the functions which I have used. Okay, and this is concatenate, which I think you would have already done. You can try all these things. I'll give you 1 minute, finish it and let me know. Have you all done this? Yes,
Yes,
no, say
ma'am.
something. Very good. So let's go for the next step. So there are some others like small functions. So where we have something called as pi, we have a square root. This is not at all used in any of the fields until if that is related to some mathematical calculation or some question paper pattern, right? Pi, square root, and power. Okay, these three functions very few places only we will be using. So still, let me show you here. Okay. Now, say example, you all know that pi is a value of 22 by 7, where you get a value of 3.14 something. So, decimal values. So, say example, I have some values, any values, 41 into pi you have to calculate, into pi you have to calculate. Now, or you have to multiply some value 41, that is with you, which you will be doing pi into 41, like this. Any method is fine. So how to use this? Say example, I need to calculate a pi value. So the value for this is say 41. How to calculate the pi value? How to calculate the pi value of 41? Equals to, you have to select 41 first, no pi function. Usually we apply the function name, then we start. But here we will select the value, then we will multiply with pi value. Select a pi. You can see here it is itself returns the accurate value of a pi and accurate to the 15 digits. So that is what we have here. So 15 digits. So I'll open a bracket, close the bracket, and press enter. So it is getting multiplied. So this is how we use a pi in case I have to multiply with the pi value. Say example, I'll give 10. For 10 I need to multiply. So equals to, select this value into pi value, open a bracket and close the bracket, enter. See, 10 into the multiplication, you will get this values. Now next one, I need to find the square root. Square root. Square root of what? I need to calculate for 25, for 125, for 81, for 49, for 625. For this, I need to find the square root. Equals to square root of this 25, close the bracket, enter. See, 5. So I give here equals to square root of which one? Square root of 125, close the bracket, press enter. So you have an output here. So this is your square root 125. I have to give what? 225. So 225. So you have a output here. So whatever you are applying for that, you have this values. Okay. Next one is power. So what we say, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 to the power of 4, when we have some values. Say, okay, I give a value here 41, or as I say here as 2 square, 2 square, square root, like this, right? I say the square root. Now that means which is equals to 2 into 2, right? Same thing when I say 2 cube, 2 cube. So which means you have to multiply this 2 into 2 into 2. So it is square and this is cube. When I have more than that, say example, I'll give here as 5. 2 to the power of 5, where I have to multiply this 5 times. Third time, fourth time, fifth time, right? We will be using this. So this is what I am going to do now, right? So what I'll do here is, say example, I will give here the number and I need a power value, so that is square or cube or some other numbers. So this is what I have to do. 2 to the power of 5, 3 square, 10 cube, 4 to the power of 4. So this is what I'm going to do now. So when I apply this equals to power, I have a number. So number is 2. The power value, that is 2 to the power of 5, that is 5. You have to multiply 5 times, you will get 32, equals to power value of 3 square. So 3 comma square, close bracket, enter. So 3 into 3, 9. So like this you will have to do for everything wherein you get an output for your power value. Is it clear to everyone? And I have explained you about the VLOOKUP, right? I've explained you the VLOOKUP, but I didn't do the HLOOKUP. The reason I want you to try the same thing, right? Instead of column index number, I already told you one of the method where you will be using HLOOKUP. Instead of column index number, we will use row index number. You can try the same data using it. Is it clear to everyone? If anybody has a doubt, you
Yes,
can tell
ma'am.
me in this three. Okay. Next one. You know this rounding method, rounding up of value, right? Okay, let me put it here itself. Say if I have a value, some numbers, so let me give here as 45.573269. Some values are given. So we have a three methods of rounding up the value. So in this, first one is normal rounding. We also call this normal rounding as rounding method only. Okay. Next, second method is we call it as upward rounding. Upward rounding. And then the third method is downward rounding. Okay. Now see here. So this is my value. This is my value. So I need 45. After this, I need the three values. I need three values here in a normal. So in a normal situation, what happens when I apply a rounding? It will give me an output saying that 45.573. In case this say fourth place is having some other number. Say example 8 I'll give. It is having 8. Now, when I say I need the first three digits number, it will check for the fourth digit number. Okay, it will check the next number. Check for next number. So what? Whether it is greater than 5 or not. Whether it is greater than 5 or less than 5. If it is greater than 5 to the previous number, plus 1 will be added. If it is less than 5, so no number will be added. Okay, now look here. So first digit 5, second digit is 7, third digit. So normal method, I need three decimal values. So now 1, 2, 3. So what is my fourth digit? 8. So what it is? Checks whether it is a next number is greater than or less than 5. So it is greater than 5. If it is greater than 5, plus 1 will be added. So 3 becomes 4. So 3 plus 1, it has been added. Okay. So in case the next method I'll take the same number. rounding, normal, this one. I'll give a value here. Now what I want to do here is, since this number 8, I'll change to 4. I'll change to 4. What happens here is, here what it will do, the third number is less than 5, so it gives me here an output saying that 45.573, so no number will be added. This is a situation in case of normal rounding. Okay, this is a situation where you are doing when you are doing a normal rounding. Okay, this is your normal rounding option. Let's try the same thing with our Excel also. I'll take the same number so that we do not have to have a confusions. So I'll copy this, come here and paste it. So this is my value. You can see here, I'll go to home, change this to 11 font size. So I have a values. So what I'm doing, normal rounding. Normal rounding. So this is when fourth digit is greater than 5. Now equals to round, only round, round. So I'll select the value, close the bracket. So see, it also says number of digits, how much you want after a decimal values. I'll give here as 3, close the bracket. You can see 574. That is what we have, I have done here. Now the same situation, I copy this, put it over here. I copy this number, put it over here. This 8, I'll change to 4. When this situation is less than 5, I give here equals to round, I'll open a bracket, select this value, comma, number of decimal values 3, close the bracket, enter. See, no number has been added. This is when you are doing a normal rounding. Normal rounding. Now, the next one is upward rounding. Okay, upward rounding. So, normal rounding is done. We will go for upward rounding. What happens in this upward rounding? Okay, so same digits I'll take, same example, I'll put it here. So the first situation, when it is greater than 5. When it is greater than 5, you will get an output saying that 45.573. Third number is 3, but the next number is 8. Next number is 8. Still one number will be added, so it will give you as 574. Okay, this is one situation when it is greater than this. The another situation is, I take the same number, I'll put it over here. When this 8 is becoming 4. 8 is becoming 4, which means less than 5. When it is less than 5, what will happen? So in upward rounding, it will not see whether the next number is greater or lesser, nothing. Directly one number will be added. Okay, do not check whether the next number is greater than 5 or less than 5. Still 1 plus 1 will be added to your previous number. So this is your normal rounding. So let me copy the same thing, 45. I'll put it here, the same number, right? I'll just copy this, put it here, copy this. Now what we are doing is upward rounding. Upward rounding here, downward again upward rounding when it is less than 5. So we will see this equals to round up, round up. So I'll select this number, give a comma, 3 digits, close the bracket, enter. See, one number has been added when greater than 5. So I'll go for this equals to round, round up, round up. I'll select this, comma, 3 digits, close the bracket, enter. See, here also same. So what happens here? Ignores. This is ignoring. So that is what happens when you are doing this. So it will ignore. It will ignore whether it is greater than or less than in case of upward. Now we will see this downward. I'll take the same example. When you are doing this downward, when it is greater than 4, it will not consider, it will not add. Still only the first 3 digits will be given. When it is less than 5, still it will give you the actual digit how much you have. No adding, no minusing. Directly the same 3 digits will be given. So we'll see that also. So instead of upward, we are going to use downward. Downward. I'll go for this equals to, equals to. Now what I have to do? Round down, round down. I select this, then I select the number, comma, 3 digits, close the bracket, enter. So see, only 3. No, the next number, highest number is been added. So let me give here equals to round down. I select this which is having the lowest one, comma, 3, close the bracket, enter. See, no number is added. So in this situation, it will not add. What happened here in the previous one? It ignores and add. Okay. So here, the same situation, what it will do in a downward, it will ignore, do not check whether the next number is greater than or less than 5. Ignores and give you a direct value. Ignores still, so then only provide the number of decimal points you require. Without adding or doing any changes, it will do this. Okay. So this is a detail wherein you have for rounding. So I'll take this down. So this is your normal method. Okay. Your normal method when you're doing it is just adds it. If when your next value, when the I have given third value, so to the third value 1 plus 1 will be added. Okay, so I had a third value as 3, so for that 3 1 plus 1 has been added. But when it is normal rounding, when the fourth digit is less, it will only give you this value. So this is normal rounding. And this is your upward rounding. Whether it is greater than or 5, less than 5, still plus 1 will be added. Plus 1 added in this situation. When you go for downward, right? When you go for downward, what happens? Do not add, only exact decimal values will be given as output. Is it clear to everyone? Anybody has a doubt? Now there is one more function I'll use here, equals to trunk. Trunk, I'll open the bracket. So I select this, comma, three values, close the bracket, enter. Again I do this, equals to trunk, number of values this, comma, three decimal values, close the bracket, enter. So this trunk function, okay, so you have something called as round down. So here it is only a round function. Here it is round up. Here it is round down. Round down. And the same round down can also be used with the function trunk. Is it clear to everyone? Anybody has a doubt?
No, ma'am.
Good. So next class, I'll start with the pivot table. Before that, I have some other things which I have to suggest you to do. So you just go for the website Kaggle, kaggle.com. Go for this kaggle.com website. You will get some free data which we can use for working. We can download it. Okay. So in this, I'll search for office supply. Office supplies. One second, girls. Okay, girls, I've given this website, kaggle.com website, which I just now showed you. So, office supply data. Office supply data. I've given this link to your WhatsApp, right? So, this file size is very low. You can click on this download button, download the file, and keep it ready. Okay, so or else you can also click on this download option also. Click on this either of one option. Okay, both are same only. Either any one of the option, just click download and keep it, and see, the file is in CSV format. The file is in CSV format. Download and keep it. I'll tell you what we have to do. Is it clear to everyone? Does anybody has a doubt? You can let me know. Anybody has a doubt? No, ma'am. No doubts. Good. Leah, Susan, Sparsha. Good. So, I'll stop for today because if I start the next topic, it will take more time. So, I need one complete class to dedicate it, I have to dedicate for that. So, I'll start in the next section. You can practice whatever we have done. So, tomorrow by the end of the class, I'll give you a set of other problems for your practice. A simple problems. You can practice it. Any doubts, you can ask me this questions. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll wind up the class. See you in the next class. Could you please send the previous class sums? Okay, I'll send you. Okay, I'll send you, Rinda. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, fine. Everyone take care. Bye.